You're watching the TC MMA podcast.
Got a big one here in the welterweight division. Geoff Neal, who's surging right now, takes on RDA, Rafael dos Anjos. Let's get into this welterweight banger right now. In the welterweight division at UFC 308, you got Geoff Neal taking on RDA, Rafael dos Anjos. And this is always an interesting fight, especially when RDA is in the mix, because he's a tough out. Let's be honest. He's a Brazilian. He's very good. And he's got nearly 50 fights under his belt. Geoff Neal 15-6, RDA 32-16. Neal 3 inches taller, 5'11". He's 34. RDA 39, right around the 40 age, so not much time left for him. Neal 5-inch reach advantage. Both guys stand left-handed. Interesting. Don't see that too often. Neal 5 significant strikes per minute. RDA 3.5. And RDA lands like 2 takedowns every 3 rounds. Neal's trying to keep it standing, or he's got an advantage. That's why they call him the hands of steel, right? 87% takedown defense. He's going to need every bit of that in this one. Lost to Ian Machado Gary, but by split decision. Okay. Lost to Shavkat Rakhmonov by submission. Man, he's fighting some dudes, huh? Those are the 2 up-and-comers right now in the division. Beat Vicente Luque by KO. Santiago Ponzinibbio by split decision. The key here is that the last 4 fights have been ridiculous, and I didn't even realize that for Geoff Neal. That's incredible. RDA lost to Mateusz Gamrot by decision. Vicente Luque by decision. Did you hear that? But he beat Brian Barberino. So this is an easy one. I was already leaning against RDA and for Geoff Neal, but also the fact they got a common opponent, which RDA lost and Geoff Neal won. Yeah, I got to go with Geoff Neal in this one. You know, he's got to defend the takedowns, but he does that well. Keep the fight standing. He's going to land over a significant strike and a half per minute. So you're looking at what, 15 plus some. So he's going to be up 25 significant strikes by the end of the fight. So he's got a big advantage here and should easily win 2 rounds out of 3 to get the dub to move to 16-6 welterweight division, UFC 308. Yeah, so very interesting fight here. I mean, you got a surging Geoff Neal versus a guy in RDA who's always capable of winning. I mean, number one, he's Brazilian, and we win against all three Brazilians in the prelims. So we're probably going to be kicking ourselves in 1 or 2 of these 3 fights. But Geoff Neal is surging. He's looked good lately. He's got the momentum, and this is a fight that he's got to go in and not necessarily finish RDA, but he's got to get the victory. And I think it's going to be by decision if I had to guess. But yeah, look for Geoff Neal to win that one.
He's gon' fight, he's gon' fight. Hold your breath till the end of the night. Last fighter call, UFC at its height. Bringing that thunder with all his might. Saying, step up, wanna fight? Hold up, think twice. Gladiator, assassin, reckless, no abandon. Walk through that cage, he'll leave your ass stranded.